Yeah, because if you're just getting a chance to vote, this is not the time you want to. You know what I mean? Like this ain't the time where you just want to come. Oh, I'm gonna stamp somebody because I can't really put my stamp on anybody in particular.
What you gonna do if you ain't showing up?
What's mobbing? You in the field with Trackstarz. This is 7, and I just want y'all to stay focused, stay mobbing, and God bless you, man.
Yeah, back in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, SEANTANA, DJ Jeremiah. How's everybody doing?
I was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I know my headphone.
Oh, yeah. So we just got back from
my headphone.
Yeah, we just got back from Flavor Fest a couple weeks ago.
Headphone 1.
And we're still recovering. We're trying to get everything back to where it was. Studio's a little different. Hopefully y'all can hear me. But yeah, man. So we've been on the road for a minute, man.
Yeah.
It's taking its toll. I was actually gonna call in today because I've been sick all week, but then Ryan beat me to it, and so I was like, all right,
that would have been awkward.
So I guess I'm coming in here.
Continuation.
So, but yeah, man. So we are trying to recover, man. It's hard. Like we just hosted an event with Canon last week, and
yeah, man.
I was like, dude, I don't know how you do this, man. Like, I was so tired. Like just the change in time and everything. Yeah. And he had to perform that night. He didn't go to sleep. Caught a plane 8 o'clock in the morning. Went to another city. Performed that same day. I was like, I don't know how y'all do this, man.
Wow.
But yeah, we're doing our best. We're trying to recover. So, but I'm happy to be back here, man. I love being here. I love being able to see Periscope and all that kind of stuff, man. It just feels good to be home here. And hopefully we can stay here for a little while. I love
as we broadcasting on our Twitter.
I'm just saying.
Don't you want us to come to you?
Yeah, I know.
Book us. We're gonna come to your city. Light your city up.
I might tell Ryan to take that down, man. Like, I don't know if we can do that. But anyway, shout out to everybody at Elevate the Valley, man. It was an awesome weekend. Me and Ryan, they treated us really well. So hopefully we can go back out there as well.
California love.
Again. Yeah. So I got to do liners. I don't really, let's see. So go to trackstarz.com. That's the main thing. Our writers on trackstarz.com are awesome. Shout out to all the writers for Trackstarz. Awesome writers, man. So if you haven't been reading their stuff, go back in time and just read everything. It's amazing. They talk about everything from love and relationships to politics to business advice to just everyday Christian advice. Is awesome.
Yeah.
Go to twitter.com/Trackstarz. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to us on iTunes. I know now we're available on so many different outlets. What really helps us is if we can concentrate on one. And iTunes is really valuable. If we can get everybody to subscribe to us on iTunes, this is how the game works. We don't care about numbers in a sense like pride-wise, but we need the numbers to prove to people that we need our show on more outlets, right? Yeah. So if you believe in what we're doing here, make sure you subscribe to us on iTunes. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Everywhere you see us, subscribe, because it helps prove to people who have the resources that people want this, that they want to see more of this. Download the app. Shout out to everybody who is a part of the Trackstarz universe. You help keep this thing going. Your support helps us in so many ways. We're trying to come up with more things for you guys that is exclusive to you guys. But if you want to get a free t-shirt from the Trackstarz, make sure you subscribe. Download the app. Sign up to be official Trackstar. We're going to be giving away not an Apple TV. We're giving away a $100 gift card.
Okay.
I got lost on what we're doing. $100 gift card. The universe, the people who are official Trackstars get 2 chances at it. So we're going to do 2 drawings, $200 gift cards. The universe, the people inside the Trackstarz universe, the official one, get 2 shots at it. All right. So we're going to be doing that just before Christmas. I think that's it, man. I don't know. I don't know what else.
That's a lot.
Did we shout out the sponsor?
Yeah, do that.
All right, cool. Want to shout out Aaron, True Strength Apparel, man.
Yeah.
True Strength Apparel, man, so dope. Can you show the people? Can you show the people? Stay Strong. That's one of my favorite shirts. So when you see us perform in certain places, most likely you're gonna see me in a Stay Strong shirt or like this big black shirt with a red cross on it, right? All those, man, consistently dope, man. Especially the ones he put out for Flavor Fest.
Yeah, man. I saw Aaron. He took a picture with NF recently.
Yeah, man.
Dope. Really dope.
Yeah. So I mean, True Strength Apparel is like blowing up, man. It's awesome. It's incredible. And don't forget this medium challenge, right? Which we are working on. Jesus knows we're working.
I'm going backwards. I might have to. I'm gonna claim that I was doing the other one, and I'm going up to 2x.
I'm going to 2.
That's what I wanted. That's what I was trying to do.
Remember,
Yo.
you gotta tie it. If it's tight, you gotta tie it.
I'm not tying it. I'm not tying it. Yo, I mean, I worked out every day this week, man. Straight up. Straight out every day
Hey,
this
maybe
week.
you
I'm in the
growing
gym.
muscle because that's happened to me. I figure out like, yo, I'm getting muscle. It seems like I'm getting more muscle than.
I mean, I'm looking at my arms. I don't see none. So no, maybe not.
It don't have to be in your arms.
You think it's other places?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't see any muscle. All I know is I'm consistently trying, man. So, I mean, hey, look, if you out there trying too, man, then do your best. I'm going to do my absolute best, man. By the time the Super Bowl comes, you know what I mean? Either I'm going to be super embarrassed, right? Because it'll be what it is, man. One way or another, it'll
It's
be
medium.
Cool. Yeah, Jesus, Lord. Why?
You got another shout out too.
Yeah.
What was that one?
Oh yeah, definitely. Shout out to Jay Kells, man. Jay Kells this week, his song got picked, right? Catch the Spirit.
Yeah.
We haven't played. Have we ever played Catch the Spirit yet? Catch the Spirit. He dropped this song. Jay Kells is a member of the universe, and that's why we're shouting him out, man. His song got selected for a Street Heat with City Takers, and so I think that's a really big deal, man.
Yeah.
So I thought the song was dope. We haven't played it yet, but I think the song is dope, man. So check it out if you can, Jay Kells. And if you know him, he's the guy who I release diss tapes about. You know what I mean? So when I release diss tracks, it's normally about Jay Kells, man. But straight up, this time on the other side of that, man, he's doing an awesome job with his new song.
So y'all pray for me. I'm still trying to get back to full health. Anyway, so today we want to get into something that we try to shy away from, but we're gonna talk politics today because and it's funny that Ryan is not here, but
Ryan was like, no.
there's been a lot of stuff, and I was gonna tweet this out, but I just decided to save it. This election is dividing Christians in a way that I did not expect, man. I've been, you know me, I love looking at everything. I watch Fox News and CNN. I look at all the different websites. I don't care who does it. I want to know what everybody's thinking because my point of view is I have brothers and sisters on both sides, right? As the body of Christ. I have brothers and sisters on both sides. So I want to know what all of my family is hearing because it's very divided. You're getting two different messages from both sides, right?
Yeah.
And so Trump has been a divisive character in this whole thing. And I think Christians on the right side, right? I have friends that I went to school with that were super duper Republican, right? And they're Republican because they believe Republican Party supports their values more. But I've even seen them struggle with this one. They're like, I can't support him, even though I'm worried about some very important things like the judges, the Supreme Court judges and stuff like that. I can't support this guy because he seems to be everything we're against. So a lot of our Christian brothers and sisters that are normally Republican are starting to shy away and may not vote. And that is becoming a bigger deal. Andy Stanley just put out something where he's basically saying that he's hearing a lot of fear mongering happening on one side of this thing, and just saying that as a Christian, you should not have that spirit of fear. No matter who wins this election, God is still in control. Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of backlash. You know me, I don't normally get into fights on Twitter or on
we got the
online.
King. I got the King doing the camera.
Yeah,
I got in, watch debate field. You know the King is in the camera.
I got into some fights this past week about that because
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, Max Lucado is another guy that said similar things, saying that you should not have a spirit of fear. Like no matter who wins, as a Christian, you should not be fearful because God is in control. And there's people like, oh no, you can't say that. You can't say that. We have to do this. We have to do this. And I just feel like it's kind of getting out of control. This fear that's happening that if this person wins, this will happen. If this person wins, that'll happen. That's why you did that question of the day recently. And it's just interesting that as a Christian, shouldn't we be fearless? Yeah, no matter how, like, even if it gets worse, shouldn't we be the ones to say God is in control? God is in control. Yeah. And on the other side, it's happening as well because Hillary has some very questionable things in her world, and Christians that normally vote Democrat because they feel like they take care of people better or whatever, they're questioning. And I think a lot of Christians may not vote at all.
Yeah. Well, to save your voice, because you sound like Andrew right now. I keep telling you that. Andrew's one of the bucket boys or the Scully boys or no hat boys. I don't know. But overall, man, that's true, man. I think at the end of the day, sometimes I think the height of what's going on in America has brought over into the political scene. So to the point of course, the social injustice, all this other stuff that's boiling over the political parties are like trying to figure that out. So then you have people that's saying like, yo, Trump is off the chain because he's saying this. And then Hillary, we found this about Hillary, so she's not being honest about this. So it's so much stuff for a Christian. And I think what I saw that post too, what Andy Stanley said, and I think that's true, is like we have to look at God like, yo, God, if you appoint this person in, that you may come quicker. You know what I mean?
That's not,
it's not a great thing, but it is a good thing for Christians. But it's not one of those things that you like I'm gonna put Trump in so Jesus can come back, or I'm gonna put Hillary in so Jesus can come back. So it's just like one of those things where it's like we have to trust God in this situation, because right now it's just a lot going on in America, and I think Christians forgot to really pray, man. Pray about those situations. Pray about who should I vote for. Research who you should vote for. And honestly, and then for some people out there, it's more than 2 people on a ticket. Where the highlights of the ticket is just them 2, but it's more than 2 people on a ticket.
But do you want to waste your vote? Because that other dude will never make it. Like,
well, it's actually another dude and another woman. So,
well, okay. So, no. All I'm saying is I don't know if the independent party could win. Even though I feel like they got more percentage of votes so far than I've seen in a really long time for the third party. You know what I mean? I'll say this. Somebody said this actually after you posted. So you posted on Facebook the actual sermon, right? I think it was "Fix Your Eyes," right? Is that the sermon from Andy Stanley? And so I saw that sermon, and I thought he made a tremendous point. He made great points. Right, he was saying everything the show was saying. You should basically be focused on God during this time. At the same time, somebody commented on that post. Did you see the comment?
No, I didn't see it.
Somebody said to not be a minority. Said it must be cool to not be a minority, to not be LGBT, all right, or to not be poor, right? Because then it doesn't matter who who is in office. So you're already talking from a very privileged place.
Well, that's not privilege, though. Privilege is saying to everybody as a faith-based person, as somebody who believes in Jesus, like, hey, regardless who's in there, my faith is on God. I trust God. And regardless of what's going to happen to me, my family, whatever, we're going to stand on the word of the Lord, which says, trust in the Lord with all my heart. And I think that's where we're missing. It's like we're missing that out. It's because I think radical people who are very evangelical and they're going so hard for Trump, or people who are, and what I see is in the black church is going so hard for Hillary at times. It's like those 2 things makes it look even worse, because now you have certain white people that are Christian and certain black people that are Christian going against each other, and it's looking like what's out there in the streets and what's out in the world. You know?
The thing that if anybody knows me, the thing that drives me is the prayer that Jesus prayed right before he went to the cross. And he asked his Father, God, let them be one, so that just like me and you are one, so that they'll know that I'm real.
Yeah.
Right? And the fact that politics divides the body so much hurts my heart. Like, it really does. It hurts my heart that we can't agree on issues and we fight each other. Yeah. There's Christians. Like, I know a Christian on one side of this that I believe is a Christian that is fighting somebody else that I believe is a Christian on this side. And if we're all in the same family, why are we at such odds over these things? Like, it just seems strange to me that Jesus could pray that with like to the point of tears, and we can't get it right. Yeah. It just bothers me that we can't get that right.
Well, I think another thing too is that sometimes, and I posted this before, I said, and I remember telling this to somebody, like, either you're going to become, at one point in your life, you're going to have that crossroads where you're going to come across as, am I more my faith or I'm more my race? That crossroads is going to happen. And that's not just a black thing. That's an everybody thing.
I was going to write an article, and I let the writers do that on Trackstarz nowadays. But I think that the sin that Christians are going to be held accountable for during this time is, and this is our blind spot, I think, is racism.
Yeah.
The fact that these 2 candidates made it this far, to me, shows that there's some hidden racism that hasn't been dealt with on both sides.
Yeah.
And we really have to figure out how to resolve that racism, because we make a lot of decisions based off of race and not based off of God.
Yeah.
Now, Sean, I want you can you clarify something for me? Because I believe that the Trump push is a racism-driven push, right? But what about Hillary? What about race drives Hillary to that point?
There are legitimate concerns that the whole Democratic Party plays off the fact that you're black.
Yeah.
And they count on your vote.
Yeah, they do.
Without actually doing anything to help you.
Yeah.
And you believe that they're helping you, but they're not.
Yeah.
The same way Republican Party banks off the fact that white Christians will vote for them regardless.
Yeah.
Without actually doing anything. They haven't done anything to actually help with any of these laws, but they know that you're going to vote for them because they say the right things.
Yeah.
But that could have helped either Hillary or Bernie. So what specifically puts Hillary in that space?
Oh, well, they said she stole it. But what I'm saying is that there's some hidden racism that is driving some of these decisions.
Yeah, it is.
That I think when we look back on this age, that's what God is going to mention. He's going to say, you guys were divided not over my policies, but over your protecting your own.
Yeah.
And not protecting my family.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, that's real, man. And you see that. You see that more and more. And you're seeing that more of people not even having compassion for each other, having compassion for one side or other. You know what I mean? And it's sad that it has to be this way. Like, and it's sad that America, and it's actually not sad that America is showing that. It's actually good that it's being shown. It's sad that we're not addressing it. I think the addressing in the church, if the church had a conversation about race, one, while we separated on Sunday, that's one.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
And then two, like amongst your neighbors, where Jesus talks about loving your neighbor as you love yourself. And it's like, why are we having this? What's the problem? What's the problem in our community that we can't even talk about race in our community? You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. It's an interesting race, man. I feel bad for millennials who's like just turned 18, like y'all get the chance to vote.
Yeah, because if you're just getting a chance to vote, this is not the time you want to. You know what I mean? Like this ain't the time where you just want to come. Oh, I'm going to stamp somebody because I can't really put my stamp on anybody in particular.
Yeah.
And I feel like that. I feel like if I don't vote, I also feel like being in a place where that's consistently red state. No matter who I vote for, I don't know if it's going to count. Right?
This year matters.
So,
Georgia's on the line.
I don't know, man.
Oh, I heard Georgia. Somebody told me recently, like,
Georgia's on the line.
Hillary got Georgia, and I was like, she got Georgia. What are you talking about? He's like, nah,
because the Clinton, they voted. Georgia voted for the Clintons in the 90s.
Yeah,
and it's starting to come back. Now it's on the line. So it does actually matter this year.
So it does matter this year. So I should have registered.
Well, you had the conversation, brother.
No, I'm just playing.
You had the conversation because I'm about to say you registered. What?
All right, man. So just keep praying about this issue, man. Like I said, our stance on issues like this is we want to make sure both sides feel comfortable saying what they think. This is not a pro this side or pro that side. This show is always. You don't agree?
I don't. Well, I don't.
Well, maybe this guy. We have people on the show that lean both directions.
Yeah.
But this show is angled to where we can have the conversation from both. So that's hopefully what we're doing, and hopefully you guys can have those same conversations. Because my number one concern is Christians on both sides should be able to sit in the same room and have a civil disagreement without getting into fights.
Yeah.
That's the line for me.
Yeah. Real quick, I want to say shout out to my family. Her name is Latasha Morrison. She has this thing where she's doing it when she's bringing people together to have that conversation. Like, it's like she did one here, she did one in Texas, and I think she's trying to do more and more where she has all types of Christians having that discussion.
This shouldn't divide the kingdom.
Yeah.
This shouldn't divide the kingdom.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So we got to fix that. All right. Brother 3 is in the building. We'll bring him up in a second. You in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, SEANTANA, DJ Jeremiah. Let's go.
Yo, this is mad.
Hey, yo, what's going on? It's your man, Ryan Righteous of the Trackstarz, man. I want to tell you about an awesome feature called the Music Submissions. You know how they say nothing's ever free? Well, that's a myth with Trackstarz. Send us your music. We'll add it to SoundCloud for free. There's also an opportunity for you to be able to get